So guys, really good example of you know showing puck support, filling in for your defensemen. Really good job here forwards. This line here, it's an awesome job. So I think we've been forechecking quite well and cutting off their breakout pretty well the past couple games. The Rangers, especially when we were on and wanted to play for that period and a half, we did a really good job. This whole game, I thought we did a fantastic job. Yes, Streetsville's a weaker team, but if we just keep doing the same thing, even against the better teams, we'll still create pressure and still play the way we want to play offense, right? Here, I just want to say, so we should just, and Carlos mentioned it obviously in the pregame talks, but we want to take it to them, right? We want to impose our will on them. So that's even in this little play like this, where instead of cutting it off, you want to go right to them, right? You don't want to wait to see what play they're going to make. This is a perfect example. The puck's behind them. Obviously, we can't hit. You're not going to destroy him from behind, but stick butt puck right away, and we keep the puck in their end for a little bit longer, right? This is just nice and simple goal, guys, and to really harp on the idea of just driving to the net and just creating chaos in front, right? Simple shot, juicy rebound. Colin drives to the net really quickly. He's hungry for the puck and he scores. So just simple play, nothing crazy. So here is a good example. Everyone it's not everyone searching for a man, but however, it's good puck support, especially by the centerman, right? You're on the right side of the puck and you're supporting your winger, seeing if supporting him in the puck battle. But you notice here, as soon as the puck moves away, Xavier, you fill into a good position and you're in the passing lane. So this is a good example of, so you got backside pressure by Nathan centerman, and instead of Xavier going right to the puck, you're in the passing lane instead, which allows Max to then be a little bit more aggressive and cut off that lane as well. I mean, this kid telegraphed it a little bit, but this is a better example of, not everyone, going to the puck. Like all three of you guys going to the puck. This is a really good example of that. Xavier almost gets it, Max ends up intercepting it, and we're off on the other end, right? So it's a good example of that. So here is, and I'll explain it on the whiteboard more about the cycling and the PK, but I just want to go through the film first. So here we have so much space, right? We have a little bit more time than we think. We don't have so much space. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but we have a lot more time than we think. Um, Here, I want you guys to start exposing. You can see with my mouse here, I'll draw it out after in the whiteboard, but like this half wall area is something we could expose quite well when we start to implement more of like a cycle, or I want you guys to think about this area. It's called the half wall. We can start exposing it really well. So rather than just throwing the puck out, you have time to, when you're in the corner, take a look quickly if you can. If you can't, just know that you just don't throw it away, right? Unless you hear someone going, yeah, I'm here, I'm open, I'm in the slot. Like, unless your teammates are yelling at you, let's not just throw it out in front. You could go up the half wall and start working a cycle. So because then luckily, obviously Max didn't even get the puck, right? And then luckily we keep it in, but that could easily go into a turnover the other way. None of us are ready to back check. So let's not just throw the puck away, guys. So here, this is one of the only times I noticed that we did this against three of you guys on the puck. So we did a good job of it, but you saw one example of it working. Now, when it doesn't work and we got three eyes, look, 1, 2, 3, all three of you guys eyes on the puck carrier. In this scenario, I'd rather you guys, like so Matt, this is Maddie tossed, I believe, just peel back, right? You gotta, instead, you see Marco in your peripheral going for the puck. Let's just start skating back. You can still keep your eyes on the puck if you want, but I'd rather you turn and skate upward towards the neutral zone rather than going at the puck carrier. So at least you're potentially in a passing lane and you're already starting your back check versus being at the puck carrier and then all you guys are caught, right? There's 3 of their forwards and we got one of our defenders which a mistake can happen where you fumble the puck and you can't really get a good control of it, and all of a sudden they're attacking us now. So just keep it in mind. On the alternatively, centerman, again, I thought the centerman did a really good job of supporting down low. You guys are having such an important job considering the fact that you're essentially like a third defender, and you also obviously are contributing offensively. So you guys did a really good job, I thought, of being low on the curls. So instead of cheating, which was happening a lot more before, centerman, when you go low like this, even on a broken up play, it's not quite a perfect breakout, but Rian does a good job. He notices he's got backside pressure. Max is not quite in the spot that he needs him to be, so he just rings it around. So it's not even a clean pass, which is completely fine, obviously, but it's not super clean. But because Jaden's so low and he's supporting and he's on the right side of the puck and he's on the right side of his winger, rather, when I say right side, I mean on the correct side, not literally on the right hand, but he's on the correct side, so he's under and he's on the puck, he's closer to the puck now. So now, even though Mark was getting that pressure, it squeaks out, Jaden's in the right area, and now he could go up with speed, right? So that was a little bit of a broken up play, but it's a good example. And obviously, now imagine centerman, in this case it's Jaden, if he's curling up with speed, right? And it's a cleaner pass. All of a sudden, when you do get that puck, you're flying with speed. But this is a good example. You're supporting the puck well. Even if it squeaks out on a broken play, the winger is still going to get that pressure. But centerman, if you're in the right spot, all of a sudden we're breaking out quite easily, right? Which turns into a scoring chance. So again here, when not all eyes are on the puck, here's an example of a positive way and a positive outcome of what we did when not everyone's looking at the puck, right? So looks like we got Xavier. All of a sudden he's in a passing lane so he's still looking up the puck, but he's heading up ice. He's not towards the puck carrier, right? So he still has his eyes on the puck carrier, right? Because there's a play to make. However, he's heading up ice in the direction that you would be if you were back checking. So you're heading up ice, you're cutting off the passing lane. All of a sudden, look, now it's a turnover, and that's something that we could work on, obviously. And as you guys have more opportunities in game to cut off the pass, you'll be able to make quicker decisions. But I'm totally fine with this because you're in the right area, right? You're causing a quick turnover. It's nice to just get it deep, but we ended up getting it deep anyway, so it's fine. We have good support. Here, great example. That's what we've been talking about the past 3-4 games of, guys, if you don't have enough speed and you're feeling the pressure, give it to your guy with speed. Perfect example. Khalil was getting a lot of pressure. He couldn't get enough speed leaving the zone. Jack's flying with speed. Give it right to your teammate. No problem. Here, great. This is a great example of you don't have a lot of speed. This is, whether you want to look at this as a potential opportunity to cycle or just offensive zone entry. This is a really good job, guys. You don't have enough speed. Okay, you're going to curl back. This is the area of the half wall that I keep mentioning to some of you guys and we'll keep exploiting. So again, I'll draw it up on the whiteboard, but really you have a lot of options here, right? All of a sudden you have so much space. You could send it to the point. You could send it, so in this case, to Zapieri. You could send it to the point. You could take the space. So all of a sudden now you don't have space, right? So where are you going to go? You could go to the point. The shot on net from this area I don't really love. No one's in front. It's kind of like it's a reaction play. You don't want to do that, right? You want to be able to control the puck. Let's not just give it away, but you have the options, right? So you have the option to send it to the defender. That would be the easiest play in this scenario. Looking back on it, obviously in hindsight, that would be the easiest play. But you could keep the puck. You could work it down low. So Nathan's on his way to the corner. You could just send it into the corner, let Nathan battle, and then you start your cycle, or just send it to the defender. Colin, he's not quite right in front of the net, but he's in that case there would have been enough traffic in front. He could have got a tip in, whatever the case is, right? And the other two guys are driving. But that's a really good. The first part, I want to highlight the first part, right? You don't have enough speed. There's not enough things. There's not enough play. Guys aren't supporting just yet. Just curl back. Like you have so much time to make a play. All of a sudden he closes in on you. So rather than making a premeditated play, it's like, okay, I'm going to shoot it just right away. Just again, use that extra half second that you have. Take a look, see what you got first before making the decision. But really good play. And then the puck ends up going into the corner anyways. And look, that could have happened if Xavier, in that scenario, you just dumped it off to him anyways in the corner. But still, all in all, it's still a really good play. So here I thought on the PK we did a really good job of blocking. I think we had close to 8 or 9 block shots, which is incredible. I'm sure the goalies do appreciate when you defenders or forwards, you get into shooting lanes and you're blocking passes. They love it. So this is perfect on the PK. Blocking shots is huge, especially on the PK. So even here you do a really good job, guys. Defenders especially. You don't need to commit 24/7 to the guy. You don't want to be chasing, right? You want to maintain this box-like structure. Defender, I believe it's Zapieri again. He's got his guy out in front. Max is in between the passing lane, and then Colin does a really good job here. Rather than just being still and not watching the puck, he does a good job because obviously we're on the PK. You can't cover everything, so you guys need to be on your toes, and if you need to have backside pressure, be there to do that. Colin here does a really good job, gets a stick on it. All of a sudden, what could have been a fantastic opportunity for them, if Colin is there late, is there early, nothing's happening. So really, really good defense. Okay. A shot from this area on their power play. Who cares? This is the worst shot to take from on the power play. This is a terrible scoring chance. So especially, again, guys, good job when their back is turned or when it looks like they're fumbling with the puck. I don't mind you going there and trying to, remove them from the puck. Here we do a good job. So what are we going to do here, right? Maddie didn't end up, getting there quick enough. It's fine. You still created some pressure. You either got to box out. So we're a little bit caught out of position, but if you're not going to get in front of the lane, you better allow the goalie to see the puck and then box out their forwards. So it doesn't quite happen. The kid takes a bad shot, but in this scenario, I want to just make sure if we're not going to be in front of the shooting lane, to box out your defender. So this is the best outcome that could have happened. I just want you guys to keep in mind. See how, like, Rianne, if you were in front of the net as opposed to chasing, that play on the boards, you could just box him out. So sometimes as a defender, you can't really get obviously in front of the shot, but as long as you're boxing out on the PK and you're not allowing their forwards to get into good position, just let the goalie see the puck, whether it's chaperone, let him see the puck. Okay, here there was a battle in the corner. You had two of our guys, two of their guys. All of a sudden they get the shot in the slot. Block. That's the best defense we could do, and all of a sudden we're out. BK is not about scoring. It's just as long as you keep it out of their zone and there's no shots on net, that's fine. So hit. Big hit. Right. You did crank him. This should have been a penalty, but let's be careful. Just be careful, guys. Obviously, we want to get a ton of penalties, but this was a good hit. So here's another example. Again, this half wall cycle area I'll draw out, but This is all of a sudden Maddie tossed. You got a lot of time, right? So there's no need to rush. Um, if you just obviously freeze frame, right? But when you don't really have a lot of especially it is a hard shot for you, right? You're not quite on you're on your forehand, yes, but this is not on your strong side. So look at the slot here. It's wide open. I would have rather a pass to the slot, or you wait a little bit and pass it to the point. Either one is fine. Um, it's fine that you took the shot. I'm not. There's not. It's not a terrible play. However, there's a little more high success plays that we could have made. So still a great play. I just want you guys to even look what happens. It's a broken up play. All of a sudden, Maddie, you get the puck. Just look how much space you have, right? I just want you guys to keep in mind, take the space and take that extra second and look what options you have versus just throwing it in front. So all in all, bottom line, still a very good job because you're not just throwing it away, right? You're not just getting scared of the play and throwing it away, but there's a little bit more high success options. Look for the slot guys, especially if you're a lefty on this side. It's not exactly a strong shot. So I'd rather you look to passive options there. Obviously, if the shot's there and there's traffic in front, take the shot. But still, all in all, a great play. I just want you guys to, again, keep in mind, half wall, half wall, half wall. You got a lot of space. And D, obviously, let's be careful when you are going to pinch because this ends up being a turnover and all of a sudden it's a 2-on-1. Maddie does a good job getting back, but, defenders, let's be a little bit more selective with our rushing. So, see what happens here when we're on the PK and so we're on the PK and Jack is going for the puck, right? He's going to the defender. That's fine. Austin, in this scenario, you got to beeline it to the middle. Because you're both going for the puck, now Remy feels the need, even though structurally it shouldn't be happening. But again, instinctively, you guys are going, okay, I need to go defend, right? So when we don't maintain this box position and you guys are not going to the puck, and you maintain that box position, it allows everyone to stay in structure so you're not chasing. So see what happens, Remy then now he goes up to the puck, which makes everyone kind of not really in the right position. It ends up working out, but I'd rather not have that. So let's maintain the box position. So forwards, if you notice your forward partner is attacking the defender, let's not put two to the puck, especially on the PK, right? Because we're down a guy. So this is the drill we've been practicing recently, the past couple of practices, right? This is the exact drill. The defender has the puck. He could go D to D. In this scenario, he reads it well. He's got a little too much pressure. This is the exact drill where we go dot to dot, centerman curls, the far winger curls, and we tend to go on a 2-on-0. This is the exact drill in real life, right? You get the puck. So the only comment I have here is I'd rather have the centerman. I want you guys got to have your sticks on the ground, right? Just give them an option just in case, and you're curling up with speed. But this is a good example. We don't exactly get proper control, but still really good opportunity there. Here's again another example of this cycle / half wall area. You can see here, Maddie doesn't really have a lot of options. He's on his backhand. It's a weird play. Just dump it in the corner. Let's start this cycle, right? So he does a great job dumping it into the corner, allowing his guy to come support. Jaden picks up the puck, and you'll see this. I have a real NHL clip as well. It's a little bit quicker, obviously, but you guys will get the gist of it. But he gets it in the corner. All of a sudden, Marco, now he's floating around. They're not even on the power play, guys. We're not even on the power play, guys. This is just good puck movement. Marco sneaks in. Jaden has a look. Again, always have a look, guys. Right? He has a look. All of a sudden, that's a fantastic scoring chance. Doesn't end up working out our way, but look, we could do that constantly, every shift or every other shift. We should be able to do this, right? So a couple scoring chances a shift. We're going to get a lot of goals. Quality scoring chances. Right? That's like, this is beautiful. This is executed perfectly.